What up, world? It's We're 18 back at it again. Happy New Year to everybody. Hope you guys celebrated safely and had a good time. Welcome to 2024. And We're 18 Talks is here for the whole year. About to have some good content. Um, Bring up those subscribers. Thank you to anybody watching me for the first time. I appreciate you giving me 8 9 minutes of your time on New Year's Day, or whatever day you're watching it. Thank you for those who's been there since the beginning. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I truly appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. This is episode 62 in the year 2024. I think this is a great topic. I was in the Air Force, so I like a lot of war movies, and it's just going to be some of my favorite war movies. No particular order. I hope you guys like it. Let's start with the first one, which is Hacksaw Ridge. That's a great movie. It's based off a true story, starring Andrew Garfield. Vince Vaughn is in this. Sam Worthington, who played the Terminator in one of those Terminator movies, he's in the movie too. It's a great movie about this guy who's a super Christian or whatever. He joins the military, but the caveat in it is that he doesn't want to hold a gun. He doesn't want to shoot a weapon. So he's going to war as a medic, and he goes through a bunch of different stuff to have the ability to do this. They let him go to war without having a gun, and he saves a bunch of people without ever killing or shooting anyone. It's a great watch. It's super violent. There's a lot of gore in it, but it's a real good movie. I think you will enjoy it. Andrew Garfield I think he got nominated for an Oscar for this movie. Andrew Garfield does a great job. If you don't know who Andrew Garfield is, he played in The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. Those were like his big hits, but he's been in a lot of movies since then, but he's a great actor. Like I said, it's a good movie. The next movie that I thoroughly enjoy, Full Metal Jacket. I remember watching this as a kid growing up, and then watching it in the military when I was in the Air Force was totally different. Especially watching the basic training scene. It related to me because I had just went basic training, and it's a good movie. It's a good watch. It's about the Vietnam War and how these kids go to war, and it's a real good watch. My favorite part, of course, is the basic training scene, which is about 45 minutes of the movie. It's a great movie. I totally recommend it. Full Metal Jacket, if you haven't seen it, especially if you don't want to watch the whole movie, watch the beginning of the movie because that shows you pretty much how basic training was back then, and somewhat what it is today, minus the hitting and cursing. The next movie I want to bring up is Tropic Thunder. I know it's a comedy. It's a war movie though, but it's super good and super funny. I just watched this the other day. Robert Downey Jr., the cast, fucking fantastic cast. Matthew McConaughey, Tom Cruise, Jack Black, Ben Stiller. Oh my God, the cast just goes on and on. It's a great movie, good watch. I guarantee you will laugh your ass off. Robert Downey Jr. as a black man is hilarious. I don't think this could be made today because of the PC culture we have, but it's a great watch if you like comedy and if you like somewhat war movies. Totally recommend it. I brought this one up before, Dead Presidents, one of my favorite all-time movies, one of my favorite hood movies. But it's also a good war movie about minorities in the military and how they were treated when they got out, and how it was so hard for most of the people that went to the war to get decent jobs after they got out. In this movie, the guy, the main character, who just got out the military, had a baby. He couldn't find a job that could pay his bills, which sucks. That's really what happens in real life. And so he made a plan to rob a bank, which is not a good idea. But he did what he had to do. Bokeem Woodbine's in it, Lorenz Tate, Chris Tucker. Very good movie. Clifton Powell, who's in all the hood movies. He's a great character actor. Keith David as the guy with no leg. It's a real good movie. Watch Dead Presidents, especially the war part. Great watch, great heist movie. Even though they don't get away at the end, it's still a good movie. The next movie, Schindler's List, of course. Great movie about the Holocaust, about Schindler uh, who saved as many Jewish people as he could. He was German, but he did everything he could to save as many Jewish people as he could. He made a list of people that um, he tried to get away from the concentration camps and stuff like that. Liam Neeson, who's always good, is in this fantastic movie. Ben Kingsley, who just turned 80 the other day, he's in this movie. It's a great watch. It's in black and white. Of course, it's a what's his name? The director, a Steven Spielberg movie. It won so many Oscars, including Best Picture, Best Original Score. It's a great watch. It's a long movie, one of the longer movies, but it's a great war movie. You learn a lot, and like I said, it's a true story. The next movie I got is The Pianist with Adrian Brody. This movie is so good. It's about this guy who's Jewish, and he was a great piano player when the war started. Of course, he was Jewish, so they tried to send him into concentration camps. And throughout the movie, you follow him going through trying to survive, just trying to make it through the war without being killed. And at the end, he gets caught by a German soldier, but the German soldier gives him food and lets him live because the war is almost over. He knows they're going to lose the war, and he plays the piano for him, and he saves his life pretty much, and he ends up living. And it's a great movie. I totally recommend it if you like movies like that. It's not a lot of talking. There's a lot of action. Actually, it's not even a lot of talking from Adrian Brody, but it's still a great movie. I think he won an Oscar for this. It was this Oscar where he kissed Halle Berry on stage or whatever. But it's a great movie. And the last movie on my list, I saw this when I was in the Air Force. I actually fell asleep and ended up watching it like months later. Saving Private Ryan probably is one of the best war movies ever made. It was a more movie about World War II. Talking about this guy Ryan who had 5 brothers, I think, and they all died in the war. And their mission is to save him to bring him back to his mom because she lost all her sons or whatever, or 3 brothers, something like that. So they find Ryan, who's played by Matt Damon, and he said, "These are my brothers now. I wanna continue to fight in the war." They had the big fight scene at the end, and he survives. And the story is from his point of view. At the beginning of the movie, it shows him going to a cemetery crying as an old man. So it's a great movie. It's told from his point of view, I think. Tom Hanks is in this. Vin Diesel, I think this was his first acting job. The cast is unbelievable, so good, great cast. You will truly enjoy this movie. I enjoy this movie. It's a longer movie, but it doesn't feel like a 3-hour movie because the action is so good. I guarantee you would like this movie if you watched it. There's so many other war movies that I like that didn't want to put on the list, like Inglourious Basterds. It's not a true story, but it's a good comedy war movie. Platoon, which is another great movie. Dunkirk is not that bad. I watched that a couple weeks ago. It's not a bad movie. So The Hurt Locker, which is a fantastic movie. It's not on my list, but it's a good movie. If you want to watch a good movie, watch The Hurt Locker. Great movie, great cast. Those are just some of the movies that I enjoy watching. Also, what's the movie? Glory. Oh fuck, I forgot to put Glory on that list. Glory. Denzel Washington at his finest. He won his first Oscar. Great. Matthew Broderick is in this movie. What's the old dude? It's a good movie. You gotta put Glory. You gotta watch Glory. Glory is I think it came out in '89. It's about black soldiers serving in the war. Great movie. You must watch. Denzel Washington at his finest, and he's super young in this movie too. So, Glory. That's gonna be the end of my list. Let me know some of the movies war movies that you find good. Thank you guys for watching. You could have been on anybody else's channel, and you decided to watch mine. So I appreciate you guys giving me the time watching my video. 2024 is going to be fantastic. Let's get those subscriptions up. Let's get those likes, comments. Let's blow the channel up. Thank you guys. Have a good one. I'll get at y'all on the next one. Later.